SecureCloud SME, Module 6, Part B. In this segment, the focus shifts to the critical intersection of pedagogical strategies, assessment methods, and active partnerships between vet providers and SMEs. Our focus today is structured across 6 key pillars to ensure a truly comprehensive understanding. We're going to begin with pedagogical strategies and core learning methodologies before moving into the practical application of real-world scenarios and gamification. From there, we will unpack the CSI model framework, align our assessment and evaluation strategies, and finally, look at building partnerships and measuring real institutional impact. Now, when we are training SME learners in cloud security, traditional lecture-based methods simply fail to fully prepare them for real-world threats. While theory builds basic awareness, it absolutely does not build readiness. Effective training demands active learning. We need learners to move beyond passive listening so they can directly practice, discuss, and solve realistic security problems. So what is our ultimate objective here? It extends far beyond pure technical knowledge. It's really about forging practical skills and a critical security mindset. Learners have to understand a stark reality. Everyday digital decisions, like clicking an unverified link, sharing a credential, or altering access rights, can literally compromise the entire organization. To achieve that deep level of engagement, we deploy a variety of active methodologies. Case studies, for instance, allow learners to dissect realistic business crises. Simulations and hands-on labs provide a controlled, completely safe environment to test configurations and expose vulnerabilities. Meanwhile, collaborative problem-solving exercises force teams to think critically and respond as a unified front. At the very core of this strategy are hands-on labs. These labs allow learners to probe cloud systems and test security settings without risking actual business data. It perfectly bridges the gap between theory and execution. We pair this with problem-based learning, dropping learners into authentic business challenges where they must investigate incidents, identify failures, and architect the optimal response. Because SME teams naturally possess varying levels of technical expertise, adaptive learning pathways are essential. Initial diagnostics identify specific knowledge gaps, which allows advanced users to accelerate while providing beginners with the foundational support they really need. Furthermore, we replace high-stakes final exams with continuous feedback. By utilizing mini quizzes and lab checkpoints, we correct mistakes early and build competence step by step. A blended learning approach really maximizes this efficiency. By combining self-paced online digital resources with guided virtual labs, learners can absorb theory on their own time and then apply it practically during sessions. Virtual sandboxers are particularly vital here. They create an entirely isolated environment where learners can safely experiment with configurations and break tools without ever threatening live operational systems. Without real-world scenarios, cybersecurity remains dangerously abstract. By studying documented incidents such as cloud misconfigurations, exposed credentials, or bypassed access controls, learners witness firsthand how minor oversights trigger catastrophic breaches. Analyzing these real cases trains them to immediately recognize and neutralize similar vulnerabilities right in their own daily workflows. To drive motivation and simulate real pressure, we integrate gamified learning, like Capture the Flag or CTF activities. Whether individually or in teams, learners actively compete to identify flaws, patch systems, and mitigate simulated ransomware attacks. Earning points and rankings introduces friendly competition, but more importantly, it forces learners to execute critical decision-making under realistic, high-pressure conditions. To seamlessly bridge classroom theory with business practice, the project utilizes the CSI model framework. Right at its core is the CSI matrix, a highly structured diagnostic tool that empowers learners to identify and assess risks across various cloud environments, whether that's software, platform, or infrastructure as a service. By aligning this model with recognized industry standards like the OWASP Top 10, learners don't just identify threats, they learn how to prioritize and manage them to professional enterprise standards. Evaluation must rigorously align with intended outcomes. We test foundational knowledge through quizzes, practical skills through guided simulations, and overall competence through complex final projects. A truly robust strategy requires 2 distinct layers: formative assessments, which provide vital course correction during the learning phase itself, and summative assessments, which definitively validate that the learner can successfully execute these security protocols in the real world. This evaluation strategy is deployed across 3 distinct phases. Phase 1 secures foundational knowledge acquisition through targeted checks. Phase 2 validates practical application, requiring learners to perform tasks within those isolated sandbox labs we discussed. Finally, Phase 3 measures long-term institutional impact, tracking whether this training actually translates into safer, more resilient workplace practices over time. Now, none of this can be designed in a vacuum. A shared responsibility model between vet providers and SMEs is completely mandatory. SMEs provide critical, on-the-ground intelligence regarding emerging threats and exact skill deficits. Vet providers then integrate this real-time feedback, ensuring the curriculum remains aggressively up-to-date and directly aligned with modern workplace realities. These partnerships also unlock crucial work-based learning opportunities and apprenticeships. To prove ROI, vet providers track concrete metrics: graduate employment rates, industry certifications, and direct employer evaluations. By utilizing hands-on methods and prioritizing real business needs, vet providers equip learners to actively defend their networks. So I will leave you with this final thought. How will this continuous alignment redefine your organization's ultimate resilience against tomorrow's cloud threats?